قال الله سبحانه وتعالى تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور. وقال تعالى وبلوناهم بالحسنات والسيئات لعلهم يرجعون. وقال تعالى ونبلوكم بالشر والخير فتنة وإلينا ترجعون. وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم احرص على ما ينفعك واستعن بالله ولا تعجز فإن أصابك شيء فلا تقل لو فإن اللو تفتح عمل الشيطان. صدق الله مولانا العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ما قال ربنا وخالقنا ورازقنا من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. दुरूद शरीफ पढ़ें सब. Today we want to talk about exams. Normally we have, let's say, Bukhari Sharif. So when my friend Zahir reminds me every Monday, मौलाना साहब आज बुखारी शरीफ का दर्स होगा नहीं, असर 7:30 को है. मैं भी कह देता हूँ इंशाअल्लाह, और मुझे याद दहानी हो जाती है. So today when he texted me, so I said it's bank holiday Monday, shall we keep some special topic in English? He said, yeah, that's a good idea. So I said, what topic shall we keep? And Zahir said something about preparing for exams. I said, that's a good one because GCSE exams starting from tomorrow and A-levels exams starting in a few weeks' time. And people are going through exams all the time, PhD exam, degree exams. So we can give some hidayat to the youngsters for their preparations. First of all, we can divide exams into 3 categories. Tests, 3 tests, 3 types of tests. 3 किस्म के इम्तिहान. दीनी, दुनियावी, उखरवी. दीनी एग्जाम like madrasa, darul uloom. Dunyavi exam, school, college, uni. And ukhravi exam related to akhirat. I'll just mention briefly the ukhravi exam. Allah Pak said in the opening ayat of Suratul Mulk, الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا. This life is a test to see who has the most beautiful of deeds. In Suratul Kahf in the beginning as well, إِنَّا جَعَلْنَا مَا عَلَى الْأَرْضِ زِينَةً لَهَا لِنَبْلُوَهُمْ أَيُّهُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. So bala yablu, bala'an means to test, imtihan, exam. This is why our mashayikh say this world is an examination hall. ये दुनिया ये examination के hall और room की तरह से है. And our life of 50-60 years is a test, it's an exam. The results will be given out on the day of Qiyamah. If you get your results in right hand, you will be chuffed. Ha umuqra'u kitabiya inni zanantu anni mulaqin hisabiya fahuwa fi 'ishatin radiya fi jannatin 'aliya qutufuha daniya kulu washrabu haniyan bima aslaftum fil ayyamil khaliya. If you get your results in left hand, oh, يا ليتني لم أوت كتابيا ولم أدري ما حسابيا يا ليتها كانت القاضية. This is why Allah said كل نفس ذائقة الموت وإنما توفون أجوركم يوم القيامة فمن زحزح عن النار وأدخل الجنة فقد فاز. Who is successful? इम्तिहान में पास कौन हो गया? जो जन्नत में एडमिट हो गया और जहन्नम से बचा लिया गया, वो पास हो गया। वरना अगर जहन्नम में गया और जन्नत से महरूम हो गया, वो फेल हो गया। अल्लाह said फकत फास. So I don't want to go too much into there, because you know this world is exam hall, and the results will be given out on the day of Qiyamah. This is our exam and test related to our akhirah. Second, dini exam in madaris. They say कभी सहमाही, कभी शशमाही, कभी कमबख्त सालाना. ये एग्जाम बड़ी मुसीबत है. 3 month एग्जाम, 6 months एग्जाम, एनुअल एग्जाम, ये हर वक्त एग्जाम एग्जाम. ये क्या मुसीबत है? एग्जाम एग्जाम. तलबा जो हैं वो डरते हैं बेचारे एग्जाम से. तो मदारिस में भी एग्जाम्स होते हैं, मकतब में एग्जाम्स होते हैं, टेस्ट होते हैं. असेस किया जाता है कौन कितने पानी में है. Is he able to progress? Can he go in the, can he be upgraded into the next level, next class or not? अगर नहीं तो कि भाई जाओ खुदा हाफिज, तुम्हारे बस का नहीं है, this is not for you. Especially in alim class, we start with a large class in Arabi Awwal, then we have many dropouts slowly because they can't hang it. So we have to go through these tests in Dini Madaris. And then the third category, Dunyavi exams, the GCSEs, the A levels, the PhD, the degree. You have to go through these exams and you are checked how much you know. Now, for all 3 exams, there are some golden rules. First golden rule is work hard. मेहनत, मुजाहदा. आखिरत के लिए भी, जैसे नबी पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम इज वर्क हार्ड, मुजाहदा, एफर्ट. दीन के लिए भी, इफ यू वांट टू बिकम अ गुड आलिम, गुड हाफिज, गुड कारी, गुड मुफ्ती, गुड शेखुल हदीस, you want to do something, you want to progress, you have to work hard. और दुनिया के लिए भी, if you're doing your GCSE and you want your exam result paper to be to have some worth, have some qimat, price on it, you have to work hard. Otherwise, if you fail, then that paper will be worthless, useless. It'll go in the garbage dustbin. It won't be off. You can't progress. So if you want to progress, you must work hard throughout the year. How do you work hard? You work hard through attending lessons properly. You work hard through being attentive and listening to the teacher. You work hard through going over what you've learned. You work hard through not wasting time. So you have to work hard throughout your study. And then when exam time comes, you have to go the extra mile. You have to work really, really hard. You have to know your subject inside out. For our exams, our Ustad Hazrat Maulana Aqil Sahab, Hafizahullah, Damat Barakatuhum, in Saharanpur used to say, इम्तिहान के जमाने में तालिबे इल्म को किताब उस्ताद से ज्यादा याद होनी चाहिए. In exam time, the student should know the kitab and the subject more than the teacher. He should have the whole book in front of him. He should have a summary of the whole kitab which he has studied in his mind. So you have to work hard even for your exams. And the days before exams, you have to work a lot more harder. Look at the people who are in Oxford and Cambridge. One of my friends used to study in Cambridge, and he said to me that Maulana Sahab, when the exams come, then Cambridge is ajeeb kaifiyat. Everybody is running around here and there, and library is full of students. He said you can't find a chair to sit on, So people just take books and read books, and they are standing and going through page after page, page after page, and they don't have any place to sit, but they stand. Many stand all night. So they're working their socks off. Now, because they realize they've paid a lot of fees, 9,000, 10,000, 15,000, and if they were to fail and they have to repeat the year, then the parents are going to shout at them. You know, that what are you doing? Where the money doesn't go on trees. So they have to work their socks off. They don't want to fail. And this is why when some people fail, Na'uzubillah, you know, that's the end of their life. They commit suicide. Because they're so, you know, so down and anxious and worried. This is why we feel for those youngsters who are in the encampments in unis in New York and Washington and everywhere, and bichara, they've been kicked out. The degrees have been taken away from them. They can't sit in exams. They can't qualify. They are crying, but they are still saying, we are doing the right thing. We don't care. We'll give our exam next year. Even if we are expelled, we go somewhere else. We'll complete our studies later. But they are so much zealous. They got so much, you know, josh in them. Is beyond belief. And they're doing it. So, working hard for exams is the first, you know, rule, golden rule. And then you have to prepare for your exams. You know, preparing for exams. They say, if you fail to prepare, you are preparing to fail. अगर आप तैयारी करने से फेल हो गए तो आप फेल होने की तैयारी कर रहे हैं. इसलिए यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर वेल, अच्छी तरह से मेक नोट्स. यू नो, जैसे मैं अभी ये नोट्स बना के आया हूं बयान के लिए. आई रेड, किसी भी ये टाइम लगाया मैंने, नोट्स बनाए. मेरे दोस्त हैं मौलाना यहिया, क्या नाम है यार, मौलाना इब्राहिम नदात, लंदन में है मौलाना यहिया नदात. उन्होंने जब वो अपना पोस्टर देखा कि एग्जाम का बयान है, तो उन्होंने मुझे स्लाइड्स भेजी कि मौलाना साहब, यू नो, आई प्रिपेयर्ड सम स्लाइड्स फॉर आवर स्टूडेंट्स, दीज माइट बी ऑफ हेल्प टू यू. मैं कहा जज़ाकल्लाह, थैंक यू वेरी मच. मैं तो सोच ही रहा था क्या तैयारी करनी है, तो ये तुम्हारे इससे मुझे थोड़े नोट्स मिल जाएंगे. तो प्रिपेयर करना पड़ेगा. वी हैव टू प्रिपेयर फॉर बयान. Every week I come here for Bukhari Dars on Monday. I have to prepare beforehand. Sometimes I'm preparing in my room in HLC and somebody comes and disturbs me, interrupts me, asks me some question. I say, go away from here. I'm getting ready. You don't see me and you come disturb me. अभी तैयारी करनी है, अभी मुझे दर्स दे, अभी नमाज का टाइम हो जाएगा. I haven't much time. So preparation, तैयारी, you have to prepare mentally, and then you do your job. So for exams as well, you have to prepare. And then among the necessary things is, you know, number 3, when you're preparing, you will get lots of distractions to waste time, but don't waste time. Especially on social media, social activities. So social media is a huge distraction. If you open your phone even for a minute to check one message, you won't realize until you spend half an hour on there. So avoid social media. Don't waste your time on social media. Discipline yourself, organize yourself, keep a balance of everything. And they say, even though whilst you're staying, you know, preparing, have some healthy habits. Maintain a balanced lifestyle with enough sleep, exercise, proper meals to prevent burning out. कि अपने आप को एकदम खलास मत कर देना, जरा थोड़ा आराम भी करना. अगर जी हम लोग तो ऐसे थे कि पढ़ने के जमाने में ये आराम आराम हराम होता था. When we used to have exams in Darul Uloom Bari, I remember our first 2 years were masti khel. Third year से बराबर पढ़ना शुरू किया. फिर fourth year अरबी चारों we had most of our kitabs with our Hazrat. Nawwallahu marqadahu. And Hazrat was Hazrat. And Hazrat barabar very particular about his lessons. Proper timing, teaching, and translation, Tate translation of everything. So when exams came, every day we used to have 2 kitabs, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. And we used to stay awake at night. And in the morning, when we would come for exams, our eyes would be red. And then we would be sitting there, dozing off as well and writing as well, paper. And sometimes, jaldi se we write the paper quickly, it's ready because we know everything. Fatafat answers, we've given all the answers, और फिर वहीं बैठ के पढ़ते हुए सो जाते थे. क्योंकि we never slept at night, तो वहीं एग्जाम हॉल में ही fell asleep. लेकिन पेपर लिखने, don't fall asleep before writing paper, right? I'm saying after completing the paper. But while writing the paper, you have to write properly. So, यहाँ पर लिखा है कि जरा maintain a healthy diet, sleep properly, maybe in the days prior to weeks before your exam, healthy diet, everything, sleeping properly, eating properly, proper meals, don't burn yourself out. And then, when the exam time comes, then before exam, make some notes and keep those notes with you and go over them. Exam से पहले, it's a long, इतनी बड़ी किताब है, चौपड़ी है, so you can't go over it. So whilst you are preparing the weeks beforehand, make small notes. And before exam, just go over those notes quickly. Right? We have Quran Sharif, long surahs in the beginning like Surah Baqarah, Surah Ali Imran, Surah Nisa, Surah An'am, A'raf, Ma'idah. But at the end we have small surahs. Wad-duha, Alam Nashra, Wal-Asri, Inna Atayna, Qul Ya Ayyuhal Kafirun, Qul Huwallah. Some Mufassirin say from Wad-duha till the end is like those notes which a student makes for his exam. Everything that is throughout the Quran is put in small notes after Wad-duha in the small surahs. So whatever you read, you must make some notes, and before entering the exam hall, you should go over those notes quickly, either in the night before exam or in the morning or just before entering the exam halls. And then on the day of exam, can you read some du'as? Of course you can. What du'as to read? Number one, in the morning before going to the college, school, college, uni, read 2 rakat Salatul Hajat and make dua. Number 2, read Surah Yasin. Because whoever reads Surah Yasin in the morning, his needs are fulfilled. Number 3, if you can read Suratul Qalam, read Suratul Qalam. Hazrat Shaykhul Islam, Maulana Hussain Ahmad Madani Sahab, Rahmatullahi alayhi, used to say that Suratul Qalam is mujarrab for exams. You read it and make dua. Allah will put barakat in your qalam and help you to write your exam. And also, before going for exam, give some sadaqah. Sadaqah bala ko dur karta hai. Any problem that's going to come, sadaqah will remove that problem. Also, number 2, after doing all these things, du'as, turning to attention to Allah, ask your parents, especially your mom, to make dua for you. Mom, I'm going to exam. You better pray some namaz for me and make dua for me, all right? And your mom say, okay, I will make dua for you. Ask your dad as well. Ask your ustad sahab. If you're still in madrasa, or even if you've left madrasa, talk to your phone, your ustad sahab. Ustad ji, tomorrow is my exam, please make dua for me. I'm going in exam 10 o'clock. You want to start? Please make dua for me. Ask those around you, your elders, your peers, maybe your grandparents. Tell them, please make dua karna. I've got my exams tomorrow. I don't want to fail. I want to have the best results. So ask them to make du'as for you. And then now you are in the exam hall and sitting down, waiting for your exam paper, right? Be focused. Keep busy in zikr, durood, muraqabah, dua. Zikrullah, whatever zikr comes on your lips. Durood Sharif is very effective for easing things and removing problems. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin nabiyil ummi wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa sallim taslima. Sallallahu ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sallallahu ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Keep reading Durood Sharif and be focused. And muraqabah, turn to Allah. Your heart should be connected to Allah. Allah, I've done my bit. I've prepared. I've worked hard. I've done what I needed to do. Now I need your help. Please open my heart and mind and help me to write my paper properly. Now, the paper is being given out. Get the paper and keep calm. Don't panic. Read the paper carefully. Go over the whole paper. What questions you have got. One point I forgot to mention over here is go over the past papers and have an idea of what type of exam paper is going to come. Because normally, exam papers are very similar, identical. So if you can get past few years papers, 2, 3, 4 years, then your paper is going to be something same. You have an idea of how the questions are going to be. So do that as well if you can. Before you come when you're preparing. Teachers many times give mock exams. And those mock exams are to give you an idea of how the paper is going to be. Because your teacher also wants you to pass with best results. Because it's good for your teacher as well and for your school as well. They'll help you to the best of your ability to get best grades. And they will give you the previous papers as well. This was last year and the year before and the year before. And this is how exams come. So if you had that in mind, your paper might be similar. It might be exactly the same question which you have done with your teacher. And you'll be chuffed, maza hai yaar, ye question, I know this question. I've done it with my teacher, my ustad. So aapko maza aa jayega likhne mein. So go over the whole paper, read it carefully, and analyze, how much time you want to give to each question, right? Like for example, you've got 2 hours, and there are 10 questions. So you have to divide timing, that I have to write this question in this amount of minutes, this question in this amount of minutes. And there will be questions which have low marks, which have high marks. So give more attention to those questions which have higher marks. And those which have low marks, do them quickly. And those which have more marks, give more attention to them and write them properly. So read paper carefully and sort yourself out what you're going to do, how much time you're going to give to each question, and which question you know better, which question you might struggle. So give more time to the ones you know better and write them properly to get the best results. And then when you start writing, start with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. When you start with Bismillah, inshallah there will be barakat in your time, in your writing, in your heart and mind, and in your writing the paper. Think carefully when writing each answer. Also, write neatly. Make sure your writing is good. Don't have scruffy handwriting. Neatly. Because the examiners, they like, neat handwriting. And if it's scruffy, then your half your marks are gone. But if it's nice and neat paper, the examiner will say that, oh, mashallah, he's right, he's written the paper nicely. He will give you more marks according to how much neatly your paper has been written. Then, whilst you're writing, if you get stuck and your mind goes blank, you can't think of the answer, what do? You turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, I'm stuck, I don't know what to do. Please help me. Okay. Read some du'as. رب يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير وبك نستعين رب يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير وبك نستعين فسهل يا إلهي كل صعبي بحرمة سيد الأبرار سهل فسهل يا إلهي كل صعبي بحرمة سيد الأبرار سهل فسهل يا إلهي كل صعبي بحرمة سيد الأبرار سهل يا معلم داود علمني وَيَا مُفَهِّمَ سُلَيْمَانَ فَهِّمْنِي. Some mashayikh have said this. If you get stuck in exam, read these few times. Ya Muallima Dawood, O educator of Dawood, Allimni, educate me, teach me. وَيَا مُفَهِّمَ سُلَيْمَانَ فَهِّمْنِي. O the one who gave the understanding and fahm to Sulaiman, give me the understanding of this. Give me the fahm and samaj of this. Inshallah, Allah will open your mind. And Durood Sharif, read Durood Sharif, because kasrat-e Durood Sharif opens the mind and it eases the problems. So just keep it. In fact, one hadith says, if you forget something, read Durood Sharif, Allah will remind you of it. So at that time, when you read Durood Sharif, after you have forgotten the answer, Allah will open your mind and inshallah Allah will remind you of the answer. And at the same time, another nasihat is don't cheat. Sometimes, the people cheat, start looking here and there. There might be cameras in the hall. You could get caught. Right? And especially, don't cheat by helping others because it's of no benefit to you. And if you get caught, you will be expelled, your paper might be taken away from you. And then at the end, when you've completed the paper, Alhamdulillah, do shukr of Allah. And whilst you're waiting there, don't just sit idle, read the whole paper again. Once, twice, thrice. Because sometimes what happens is, whilst we are going over it, we remember something new. So you might remember some other answer and you'll be able to add that to it. And if you're going over again and again, something we remember, to usko aur bhi likh diya, it'll be helpful for you. So go over the paper again and write whatever you remember. Also, be positive. Also, read instructions carefully when you're writing the paper. And according to the instructions, write your paper. My friend, our student in Mishkat, Suleiman Virmani, he sent me some suggestions. I said, Mishkat walon se, give me some suggestion for exam. And he sent some things here. I've covered them, but I'll read whatever he has said, though we've gone over them again. He writes over here, plan ahead, create a study schedule that breaks down your material into smaller chunks so you don't get overwhelmed. Practice regularly. Number 2, go over the material which you haven't reviewed in a while. Number 4, stay organized. Keep your study material tidy and well organized to minimize distractions. Number 5, healthy habits, which we've just covered. Maintain a balanced lifestyle with enough sleep, exercise, and proper meals to prevent burning out. And number 6, mock exams. Practice with past exams to understand the format and give yourself insight to what your exams will be like. And number 7, seek help when needed. Don't hesitate to ask for clarification from teachers or peers if you're struggling with a question or a topic. If you don't understand some question, put your hand up and say, teacher, I don't understand this question. What is the meaning of this? And they will tell you what the question is, and then you can write it. If you don't understand anything, don't just assume something and write whatever you want to, because that won't bring you the marks. You have to understand the question properly, then write it. So these are some tips about your exam. Finally, when the results come out, And on the day of results, there will be successes and failures. When some get the success, they start jumping with joy, happiness. Oh, जोश में आ जाते हैं और इतना शोर मचाते हैं कि जिसका कोई हिसाब नहीं. And others fail and they start crying and sobbing and oh, सारी दुनिया खत्म हो गई, your world has broken down upon them, fallen apart. Both extremes are not right. Islam teaches us that in happiness we should be moderate and in grief and sadness we should be moderate. दोनों हालत में इत्तिदाल को लाजिम पकड़ना है. खुशी भी मनानी है तो जोश और खरोश और इतना ये नहीं, और गम भी आया है, फेल हो गए हैं तो भी कोई गम नहीं, चलो तकदीर में जो लिखा था हुआ. मैंने जो हदीस पढ़ी उसमें what did Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam say? I'll just translate the hadith. It's in Sahih Muslim. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ihris ala ma yanfa'uk." Be eager to achieve that which benefits you. Wasta'in billah. Seek Allah's help, meaning through du'as. Whilst you're preparing for the days before exam, pray your 5-time namaz properly, dua properly. If namaz comes during exam time, then plan how you're gonna take care of your namaz. So don't miss your namaz. So make wasta'in billah, seek Allah's help. Wala ta'jaz. Do not lose heart. Do not sit unable or disabled to do something. Be vigorous, zealous. Try your best. فَإِنْ أَصَابَكَ شَيْءٌ فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُ. If something happens and strikes you, then don't say لَوْ أَنِّي فَعَلْتُ كَذَا وَكَذَا لَكَانَ كَذَا وَكَذَا. Had I done this, then this would have happened. Had I done that, then this would have happened. Had I gone over that question, then I would have passed. Had I studied properly, then this would have happened. This low, فرمایا فَإِنَّ لَوْ تَفْتَحُ عَمَلَ الشَّيْطَانِ. Low starts the handiwork of shaitan. When you go into if, that means shaitan is now overtaking your brain and he is making you anxious and worried and sad and crying with grief and so don't get down that line. Be positive. Chalo, something happened, Allah ki taraf se, I tried my best, but even though after trying I fail, what else can I do? I tried my best. Try your best and then to Allah leave the rest. So this is, if you knows billah, if you were to fail, we make dua. Allah give each and every student the best of dunya and best of akhirat. Give them success in this dunya and in akhirat. Help them to prepare for their exams and bring them best results. We make dua for each and every youngster, student, young and old, who are listening out there, that Allah give you success, Allah make you successful, Allah make your exams easy for you, and Allah help you achieve the best grades, best results, and you get the best of dunya and akhirat. This is what our Sharia teaches us. What does Quran say in the dua? Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina azaban nar. Allah give us the best of both worlds, best of dunya and the best of akhirat, and protect us from the fire of Jahannam. So we need to get the best. So work hard, try your best, and try your best to get the best grades, best results, and be successful. But even then, if you were to fail, don't worry, it's not at the end of the world. You can resit the exams, you can do it again at another time. Try your best. Inshallah, next time you will pass. Another time you will pass. But don't give up. Keep doing your best. And then, some people say, dunya ki degree kisi kaam ki nahi hai. What is the use of dunya's degree, worldly degree? We say, but it can be useful, right? Once Maulana Ghulam Wastanwi Sahab came to our village in India for bayan. And at that time, there were, he was into that, opening that college in Kalkua. So Hazrat Maulana gave a very nice bayan. And in there he said, bhai, jawan ladko, hamare Musalman ladke, they're not studying. They're just sitting idle, doing nothing. He said, study, yaar, go to school, go to college, go to uni. And he said, even if you are going to do business, or even if you're going to do your kheti badi and farming, whatever you're going to do, right? If you have a degree with you, then you do your business. Then there is a difference between a person who has a degree and doing business and a person who is doing business without degree. If the business fails, if your dukan, tijarat fails, you still got degree, you can apply for a job. But if you don't have a degree and your business fails, what are you going to do? So at least have some degree and then do whatever you want to do. But get that degree. At least you have something for your later on in your life if you need it. So you can use it when it's needed. Even if girls have some degrees, right? They get married. Let's say something happens, divorce or something happens, and they have to go to work now. They've not got a breadwinner. They've got that degree. They can use that degree to earn their daily bread and livelihood. They don't have to be dependent on the state or on anyone else or any handouts. So you study hard, try to get the best grades and best results, and be successful in dunya and in akhirat. This is a little bit of hidayat and guidance for exams. As we started off with exams of akhirat, exams of deen, exams of dunya, 3 types of exams. May Allah make us successful in all 3, and especially the ultimate exam, which is of akhirat, and the ultimate result, which will be given on the day of Qiyamah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to pass that test, the test of our connected to our akhirat, and admit us into Jannatul Firdaus along with our Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And as we said, may Allah make exams easy for our students. It's not easy, sometimes it's hard, some struggle as well. And Allah open their hearts and their minds. Also, on the physical side, eat lots of badam, pista, kaju, nuts, right? Akhroot, ये सब चीजें खाओ, क्योंकि badam, pista, akhroot, kaju, nuts, walnuts, hazelnuts, they have special oil in them. वो दिमाग को तरावत बख्शता है. It gives that lubrication for the brain, for the memory. Otherwise, if you're working too hard and you're not eating proper, foods, then your mind becomes dry like a sponge. And when it's dry like a sponge, you can't focus, you can't concentrate. So you have to have these things Allah has provided for the benefit of our brains. So use your brains and eat these things which benefit the brains. And then, inshallah, that will help you as well in your preparation. Jazakumullah. When I used to study, my mother used to give me, badam, pista ka powder, grind kiya hua, pisa hua. So at night, we used to get some milk, 1 cup of milk, heat it up, put that 1 spoon powder in there, और उसमें थोड़ा सा honey, और उसको रोजाना, every night we used to drink it. तो उससे बहुत फायदा होता था. ब्रेन मेमोरी वो शार्प रहती है, तो उसको खाना चाहिए. ऐसी अच्छी चीजें बच्चों को खिलाना चाहिए. बच्चे आजकल नहीं खाते हैं. मेरा दोस्त है ईसा, तो उसकी हमें गया था, उसके बेटे का भी इस तरह. मैंने कहा इसको अपने बेटे को कुछ खिला यार, बादाम दे इसको, बादाम खिला. तो बादाम लाया, मैंने उसको दम कर दिया. तो बादाम अब जो है वो उसको रोजाना 7 बादाम खिलाने को कहा. 7 badam you have to eat every morning. These badams, almonds, put them in water at night, peel the skin off in the morning, and the white fruit, after taking the shell off, the white fruit, chew it properly. 7 badams, 7 almonds, it will help you, sharpen your memory. Now, उसको सुबह में बादाम दे, खा ली, हाँ खा दे. अब एक दिन में जो है वो, I went to Isa's house, so I had 2-3 friends with me, and they were going to sleep in the sitting room. तो वो sitting room में एक कोने में सब quilts and blankets and everything was put. So when they pulled all the quilts out, all the badams were under the lihaf. He never used to eat it, he used to hide it under there. So that thing, he's eaten it, but he never eaten it. तो आजकल के बच्चे, they hate almonds and nuts, and तो उनको खिलाना पड़ता है जबरदस्ती. खानी, इसमें तेरा फायदा है इसमें. तो ये चीजें भी खानी पड़ती हैं ताकि उससे फिजिकली भी हम स्ट्रांग रहें, फायदा रहें. बच्चे आजकल दूध भी नहीं पीते, दूध से बोन स्ट्रांग होते हैं. तो रोजाना थोड़ा दूध भी पियो, बोन्स को स्ट्रॉन्ग करो, बादाम, पिस्ता, काजू, ईट दीज थिंग्स, they'll benefit your brain. सुब्हानकल्लाहुम्मा बिहम्दिक, नशहदु अन ला इलाहा इल्ला अंत, नस्तगफिरुक व नतूबु इलैक। परवरदिगार आलम, हमारे यहाँ उठना बैठना कहना सुनना कबूल फरमाइए, हमसे राजी हो जाइए। हमारे बच्चों के इम्तिहानात और एग्जाम शुरू हो रहे हैं, GCSE A लेवल, बच्चों के लिए एग्जाम्स को आसान फरमाइए, उनका दिल और दिमाग खोल लीजिए, एग्जाम लिखने में उनकी मदद फरमाइए, प्रेपरेशन में उनकी मदद फरमाइए, आसानी फरमाइए। अल्लाह, open their hearts and mind, make their exams easy for them and help them to achieve the best results and give them the best of both worlds, dunya and akhirah, and accept them for the khidmat of deen as well, give them the ilm of deen as well, and give them the tawfiq to prepare for akhirat as well. And all those students around the world who are working hard, help them all. At the same time, those who are helping, trying to help the distressed people, the Mazlumeen of Palestine and Gaza, Allah, help them in their endeavors and make their hard work fruitful, and protect them from all sides, protect their lives and livelihoods, and protect them with regards to their exams as well, and help them to achieve the best grades, and give them hidayat as well, spread hidayat around the world, and give hidayat to Muslims and non-Muslims alike, and make us all worthy of Jannat, and protect us all from the azab of Jahannam. Accept our humble efforts, be pleased with us, give us all the good things which your beloved Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked from you, protect us from all the evils from which he sought your protection. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم وصلى اللهم وسلم على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك.